Last time you guys delved deeper and deeper into this cave, which had these mysterious creatures emanating from it, you discerned that they were likely of demonic origin. Um, Continued to tread downward until you found what appeared to be some sort of outpost. And after speaking with a couple of animals and a blue dragonborn with a tail, you understood that this was both kind of like a workshop and a defense location. And without inquiring too much, you guys recognized that it was ravaged and ransacked and ultimately destroyed, save a few survivors who were trying to keep it up. And then you bounced. You hit the nope button, decided that was not exciting to you, and moved
above our
on.
pay grade.
Yeah. And decided to move on to things that were less daunting. You walked yourself outside. Eli's currently being mind controlled, unknown to all of you, or suggested. And you exit out to find Zarius absent, but his blood spear jabbed into the sand, the silt around this pool, and the use of his. And after looking around for a moment, you see his lightning javelin in the wall next to kind of like Eli's, like over Eli's right shoulder right now, with the wall looking like it has a smear of burnt smoke on it. And that is where and a large claw raking through the branches, the water, the silt, the rock on the waterfall, all of which are still like burning with a blackened smoke. Not a gray smoke, but a pure black smoke. The claws ripping through, still existing on top of the water, and having a pure black smoke rise up and dissipate afterwards.
So Kevis had the conversation with Zarius a while back outside of Jingle Jangle's cave of his vision at the temple. From what Zarius told Kevis, is it similar, like what Kevis is seeing now, is it similar to what Zarius explained back then?
First of all, it's Zarius.
What did I say?
So, no. I'm just saying. First of all, it's Zarius.
Oh,
so
yeah.
any
That's
explanation that he provides is not superb.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit difficult to tell. But smoke was a big part of the description.
Okay.
And this is definitely unnatural. And just to give a little bit of a reference.
I don't think that Zarius would have left these on his own.
So you're saying he was kidnapped?
Eaten, maybe?
I don't know if there were any kids involved.
There was no
Sure.
napping either?
He could have been asleep.
Still takes me a moment to follow Moose logic.
Well, whatever that was, whatever happens to him, looks like something much larger was involved. Maybe we rest up and decide what to do from there.
We need to meet back up with Will and them, anyways.
Kevis is gonna go grab the spear so it's not sitting there anymore.
Just one up the wall.
Yeah. Is it damaged?
No, it's not damaged, but it does look like it's been used.
Okay.
Like you've seen it enough that you know that he can throw it in its lightning bolt form, and then it can, do that, and then it needs a while to recharge, and it's certainly used up. There's kind of like a glittering energy inside of the glass shaft that is currently faded.
Is there anything else around that we can see? Obviously, most of the
Roll
attention's on the tracks, but
Roll a perception check.
also, am I supposed to be able to see my character on the map? I don't see anybody.
Perhaps that's because I have you hidden for some. I don't remember.
Okay.
And I think at this point, Pass Without a Trace has failed.
Oh, yeah.
Or has fallen off.
Oh, I think I was concentrating on Hex. That would probably fall off too, right?
What's the time limit?
An hour.
An hour. Your Hex is still up for about 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Pass Without a Trace was cast before you guys went in.
Oh, okay.
So, Kevis, looking around, first of all, it's dark, and even with your dark vision, it is limited, and you're looking off into the portions of the forest that can't really be seen. But you see there is a little bit more of that, like, smoky cut right here, just about a 6-inch Wow, and it takes you a moment to like notice that like there is movement there, but you do notice just a shred more. Oh, and Kevis, you now have a javelin of lightning in your inventory.
The marks that we're seeing, are they in a line or are they just kind of scattered like the battle went all over the place?
It this one here. Okay, roll an intelligence check as you're trying to like piece together the behavior. This could also be a survival check.
Hey.
As you're like tracking the movements, trying to interpret the behavior.
Wow, that dice went on a journey.
Yeah, it did. 19. Okay, you notice that it looks like it came this direction. And this bit up here doesn't look so much as like a claw mark, but more like it's more like a few pieces of it's more like a grip. And these are the only things that you see, just those two. So it looks a little bit more like an ambush with like a little bit of reaction, and that's about it.
I was looking at who was the three out here? It was Eli, Ash, and Vega. Remember remember correctly.
No, it was
George.
Eli. It was George. George knows, or George was here, but he came inside. I think. Yes, he did. Because he came in with Eli.
Zarius, when you guys were out here, where was he? Exactly. That you last remember seeing him.
Are you asking me?
Mostly to the group of whoever was out here. 'Cause I can't. I think it was you. I know you were out here, but I can't remember who else was out here with you.
I mean, the cat thing was.
So you.
Oh, ask George. See what he says.
Yeah, I don't remember. I had just met you guys, so I was,
You were inside.
yeah.
I'll humor you. I'll walk up to George. The Birdman. Where was he?
How long does Speak with Animals last?
Oh, I guarantee that's failed. Or that's faded. It was like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Roll an animal handling check.
Oh, God.
Kind of looks at you. Snuggles into Moose a little more. His like tail wraps around the back of Moose's neck and like covers his eyes for a moment.
That's not good. He
Just-
looks scared.
Just turning away back to Eli. So I humored you. So,
So, I mean, look, I wasn't paying attention when I was out here. Don't really remember.
You didn't see like a giant bird?
No, I definitely didn't see anything like that. I don't remember if he was even out here whenever I went back inside.
let's look to the rest of the group. Towards Pinky and Ash. You guys were having a little boxing match out here, weren't you? Remember seeing him?
I was a little
Stabby.
busy.
Do the flames or trail or whatever run all the way across this lake, Morgan? Like past
This
us?
is more like a winding river that like comes up to this, so it's sorry, something bizarre is happening. Oh, it's probably because that's why. That makes sense. No, it looks like it goes off into the forest, and you see occasional. Actually, your dark vision limits you kind of to like the clearing. You can't really see any further than that.
This is gonna walk over to this mark. The mark has like I guess I don't even know if it's flames, but whatever it is, and he's gonna try to find a stick and kind of chuck the stick into that flames and see how it reacts.
Yeah, easy enough to do. There's some like broken. There's actually like a couple of pieces like broken of these like tree branches here in the center. There's a couple of pieces that are like bobbing on the water, and the flame is still attached to them. And you can like pick it up from the back end, and you see that it's just like slowly eating it, and it's just kind of withering into like plant matter dust on the other end, and there's no heat to it at all. It's actually cold. And you can toss the whole thing and just kind of just powders flying through it. Just
Like it disintegrates?
yeah, kind of breaks it down into like plant dust.
Gotcha.
Gonna fly over and pick up a rock and throw it in it. I like this game. Moose is always a fan of throwing stuff into other things.
Kevis is gonna watch how
Somehow feels familiar. You should throw George in. See what he comes out as. Yeah, you get a small rock and throw it over and just sand on the other side.
So is it when it does that, like if a stick would make sense, but when it does that with the stone, is it more of just because Zarius talked about how he felt like stuff was just being drained of life at his temple? That's similar to what he was explaining, especially with the stone, because Kevis immediately was going to do that if Moose didn't.
I'll get a bigger stone. I'll get the biggest rock I can pick up.
With your strength, that's pretty decent. There's plenty of good rocks around here. Eli, you're muted. And you pick it up and you throw it through, and on the other side, the rock's about this big, and you throw it and it comes out about a third of the size, and dust besides that.
Ash, you ever seen anything like this?
Man, I've never seen anything like most of the things I've seen here in the Feywild. This falls into that same bucket.
All right. I was just going to slowly start getting backing away from it. All right, well, I don't see any sign of Zarius. What next?
It doesn't seem like we're going back in the cave, right? We decided we're done in there.
At least
Alrighty.
for now.
Do you guys want to go back into the cave? Do you want to look at that trapdoor?
I'm pretty good.
I mean, we could.
I
Doesn't
could
mean it's a-
use. I mean, I don't have any more spell slots for my tier 2 items, so.
Should we look for Zarius? Can we follow where he's gone?
And where is that Moose?
I'm no scientist, but I think he went that way. And I'll like point in the direction the track faces. I know enough about a footprint to know which way it's pointed. Unless it was going backwards.
I think it surprised Zarius. And Kevin's still looking, still like dead stared on those flames. I think something from his past caught up with him.
Is it anything that we need to be worried about coming back there for the rest of us? Or do you think it was specifically after him? I mean, I just met you guys. You guys know more about this person.
I mean, back at, and kind of looking through Scoop, when we're out at Jingle Jangle's cave, he was telling me he had a dream or a vision of his temple. But it was in ruins, like something like these flames made it super hard to picture. His detail was horrible. But something that everyone was dead, and even the ground around the temple was like being drained of life. And all he saw was some smoke creature staring up at him. I don't know about you guys, but I really don't want to mess with some creature that's made of smoke.
Yeah, especially if it leaves an area that seems to disassimilate everything that it comes in contact with. I can't imagine we're gonna probably survive stepping into something like this. Wow.
If Zarius struggle fighting it, Zarius can put up a fight. This is a lot bigger than what we expect.
What is it, George?
I know. Standing in for George.
Oh, you don't want to stand in for George? I don't blame you.
I don't know about you guys, but I've seen better days. And it
Yeah.
might.
You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna go back in the cave, guys.
Wait,
What?
I
why?
have
What?
I have a feeling about something. I just want to go look at the
Wait.
trapdoor,
Oh gosh.
and I'll walk into the cave.
Oh gosh, okay. I'm gonna follow him. Hold
Eli
on.
drops his old hammer like a mic drop and walks away.
Come back here.
Except his old hammer is his new hammer because he changed the matter of it. So never mind. That doesn't make any sense.
Would have been cool.
Alright. Okay, so Eli marches back in.
I'll babysit him. I'll babysit. I volunteer.
Evis, do you think he found something in there about this?
I think something's going on with Eli. Because he was also the one that just, for once, agreed with me that we shouldn't be in the cave. And now he wants to go back in.
Think it has something to do with that frog that got away?
I think so.
I think that's what got him last time. And Pinky, you have to be careful because you kind of had something go on. I remember taking 11 points of damage a little
I'm
bit.
sorry.
It's okay. I'm just saying we have to be careful.
I'll,
Just in case.
I'll try not to stab you.
If it makes it any better, she stabbed me and she wasn't even under any effect.
This is
Twice.
fair.
Twice.
I promise my aim is getting better, guys, okay?
Is that a good thing?
There's a part of me
maybe
wants to roll
not for
insight
you
on that.
guys, but for the
Yeah,
enemy.
roll insight check. And Kevis, I seem to remember you putting an arrow through Moose's arm at one point.
You did.
Yeah.
Holy crap, what is this insight roll?
Baller, that's what it is. Pinky, is your aim actually getting better, or are you lying to him, or are you lying to yourself?
I'm definitely like lying to myself that it like she knows like she knows she could do things to make it so she aims a little more accurate, but she like has never done that before, so why start now?
Fair enough.
Really, take a point of inspiration for that very human thought process.
Kevis just looks at Pinky. You know I'm an archer, right?
I know. I mean, like, look, I've only hit you like twice.
Right.
So recently. But
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, like
But it'll be-
this cave
I'm
is
getting better.
sure.
I think.
Whatever helped let you sleep at night.
Should we go in and make sure he doesn't like drop down a hole and get himself stuck?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Before you guys leave, who was kind of paying attention to like the surroundings outside?
Oh no.
It probably would have been Kevis.
Not it.
Anybody else? Ash probably would have too. Jen, you're muted.
I I believe I was more observing the items that you described as to what had happened, and I think feel like that claw was kind of the direction that I originally had come from when I came down to this pool. But
That is true.
yeah,
Okay. Kevis, in the process of like you reading what was going on with the battlefield, you notice something like when you guys said you were going into the cave and Zarius, hey, watch Eli, like took his blood spear and he like stabbed it into the dirt, just to like have it nearby. And as you're examining it, it hasn't moved. But you know he kept his javelin strapped to his back. And then also, like, as you're like looking around just about before you go inside, you see a figure kind of off to the right, basically like the opposite vector from where those shadow claws point towards.
Oh, so where we came from earlier.
No, you guys basically came from like straight up. This is from the right.
Oh, okay.
Very pale green skin, hard to see in the dark, but with your dark vision you can tell a little bit of the coloring. Scraggly, like homeless looking hair. Looks like somebody who lives in the woods but doesn't bathe. Kind of like a crown of like gnarled pointy branches. Some leaves coming off the shoulders and some leather armor. Just leaning against a tree. Just smiling at you all. Have us all shoot you a pick.
Does this individual know that I've clocked him?
Oh, you connect eyes immediately. Seems to be because you had a really high investigation and perception check.
Oh,
He seems to be holding some sort of a scroll in his left hand, some sort of paper.
Kepis is just locked on him. While the rest of the group starts to trail into the cave. Does he look like he's looking at anyone personally? Like, focusing on someone?
He tracks you because you see each other.
Okay.
First of all, but then you do see his eyes are like flitting about the group as well. Roll an insight check for me.
Oh.
Have us with the insight checks. I don't think you've rolled below okay, you rolled a 16, but besides that, it was like 18, 19, 19, 19, 27 or something.
It's gonna screw me over later.
Yeah, it is. Use up all that good karma now. You pick up that he's excited about all this, but like as his eyes flit over to Vega, there's a little bit of a tilt, and his smile like half fades, almost Two-Face style. Something about her is different for him. More like curious kind of flashes across his face. As you like, and if at any point you like look away and like turn back, he's gone.
No, nobody had. There's a head. Just before you had.
Everybody's just ahead.
Kevis is gonna stop Pinky before she gets too far.
What?
That mind thing, that link thing you can do.
Yeah.
Can you do that still?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can-
What kind of bun will you eat? The mozzarella or the cheese or the sausage or
Yeah, I can do it again.
one?
Why?
I've got a sneaking suspicion we might need that.
Okay. Who do you want me to put it on?
Link me.
Okay.
How many can you do? 3?
I can do da 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 blah blah blah. Gosh, where is it? Somewhere. Yeah, up to 3 creatures. I can put 3 creatures up, yeah.
He kind of looks at the group. Eli and Ash.
Eli ain't. Eli's in the.
Eli's been walking this whole time.
Okay. So probably Vega then.
Okay. You, Vega, and Ash?
Yeah.
Okay. You know. Alright, okay. I can do that. Ash, you will go ahead and use the psionic die to link everybody up. And it'll be for 4 hours. I don't know why it didn't go through. Huh. Weird. I'll just roll a d6 here then. Yeah, still 4.
What was that for?
Because I roll a d6 to determine how long
Oh.
the duration of the mind link is. So it's 4 hours.
Jesus. Okay.
I don't know, in case we get lost in a cave or something.
Before we go in, Kevis is also get Ash's attention and flip him the last seed that he has for the pass without a trace. You might need this. And
Appreciate that, brother.
before, as like the rest of the group starts walking in, Kevis is gonna wait a little bit, one last look around, and then walk in. As long as he doesn't see anything.
Okay, yeah, and as you pan back, the guy is gone. Okay, so who all has the link? Pinky has it, of course. Kevis.
Kevis, Vega, and
Ash.
Ash. Oh, this is cool. Oh my gosh. Mind link.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
I'm getting better at making statuses. Okay. So let's switch back over. Your chaos, your Prince of Chaos has turned back into the cave.
As a Chaos Prince would do.
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
Did we ever mention that where we saw the trapdoor?
The trapdoor is over kind of to your 11 o'clock. Or
Gotcha.
your 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, because we were heading there when you were getting the boat before you got your mind taken.
Yeah, no, Eli doesn't have the boat either. No, so and even if I wouldn't, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna swim, kind of swim from here to the shore, here.
Easy enough to do. Basically, you guys can all kind of like double it up and book it as basically you find Eli standing in front of the trapdoor. and he's just like kind of 1,000 yards staring at it as you guys walk up. What do you do?
Kevis walks up. So you want to tell us why we're back in here?
I have a feeling about this door. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like we gotta open it.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, Eli, speaking from experience, typically those feelings aren't good in the end.
What do you know about my feelings?
No, I mean like the feelings of like opening things and getting into trouble. Usually they come back and bite you in the butt.
He's the expert at that.
Where do you think the feelings are coming from? Are they your feelings, or do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
You think? Wait.
I think we would open it.
Why did I not think that they're my feeling? What the fuck? Yeah, and then I'm gonna like try to open the trap door.
Okay, you're gonna try to open it.
Yeah, just see if it's locked or if it's open.
Kevis backs up the minute he touches that trapdoor. Nope.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check. You grab the handle, lift it up. It is like just like a ring, and you give it a yank.
It was almost an
I-
18.
Stays pretty well shut. Just
Kevis walks back up. Do you want to wait before we start pulling on random's doors in this demon-infested cave?
What do you mean? What do you want to do?
Kevis is going to walk up. And it's literally just, there's the cave walls and a door on the ground.
yeah.
Any lock or anything?
Not that you can see.
Just that pumpkins are like.
Yeah, I bet you can open it, and I'll come over and set my hand on his shoulder, and I said, "You can do it. Put your back into it."
Kevis is also going
For
to...
once- For once, Moose's guidance makes sense.
Kevis is going to turn to Pinky. Remember that lock in the hag's house that you failed to pick? Remember how we opened it?
We pushed, not pulled?
No, we smacked it, and Kevis takes the bottom of his sword and hits where the hatch would be.
So you're just smacking the
Sure.
trapdoor with the butt of your sword.
Where the hinges or whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
Looks at Eli. Try it now.
Okay. And what
Texas.
is guidance? Is it a 1d4?
Yeah, 1d4.
Okay.
Takes a giant step back. Oh, that 20 was so close.
Was.
Okay. You reach down and it does feel like there's like a bolt latch or something on the other side. But the 18 just, you hear kind of the squealing of the iron just and it pops open. And as it does, Pinky, you notice that there's like a string attached to the bottom of the door.
Oh.
And as it yanks open, the string pulls up a blade and shatters a little green bottle on the side of the door. And gas emits immediately. Just
Oh no!
So bad.
and I assume you guys back away from the gas?
Kevis is...
Mhm.
Nope.
Yep. Okay. So it very quickly everything like fills up and for Moose and Eli, I need you guys to make Constitution saving throws. And I forgot to bring Ash over.
Who's ass?
it rolled on that 20 for like 5 seconds and then flipped over.
It's gonna-
It was so stupid on my screen.
It's gonna do that to you all
Jeez,
day.
isn't it? Okay, so that is a success from Eli, but Moose.
Hold on just a second there.
Okay.
I haven't used this before, but as some of you know, I am favored by the gods.
Good job.
16.
Enough.
Okay.
Enough? Maybe?
16 is the DC, so
Wow.
I did get you there. So that is going to be 26 points of poison damage, reduced down to 13 for the both of you for succeeding Constitution saves. And you back away, just kind of like whiffing the air out of your face as you look around and you see the kind of staring at it, and gas begins to settle and condense and form into what seems like some sort of begins to coalesce into almost like a snake form. There's no lower jaw, just a bunch of like gas sharpened teeth as the spell
Oh,
condenses and comes to life.
I have 8 temporary hit points that I think I don't know where I got them from actually.
I think I gave them to you from something.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
that-
like a Vega thing.
Hmm
Are those still
Uh,
good? How long do those last?
Until a long rest. Or they get
Hell
replaced.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. So, I'll roll for Ash. Let's see here. Let's go with. Sure, I like the way this one's. Okay, still need from Moose and Vega. And Moose, if yours doesn't give you the advantage, let me know.
What am I doing? A Constitution check?
Nope, this is an initiative roll.
Initiative.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do for that one? Just a D20?
Nope, if you open your sheet, there's an initiative section, and for you it's +5. And on your forge, it's directly below your hit points.
Oops, sorry. Clicked it twice.
Okay, so the first one will be an 11.
I don't want to be first.
Okay, Kevis, this thing, everybody backs up, and the two of them like kind of come out of the cloud, and the cloud solidifies. And you are up first, sir.
I wouldn't see it, would I? Because I backed all the way up.
From your perspective, nope, there was just gas. You don't know this is happening. Eddie. Yeah, so Kevis, the trap springs, and you do see, you do hear coughing and like a sort of sound.
So Kevin's gonna slowly start to walk up, like just to get back and see what's going on. As he's walking up, I told you we should have checked for traps and see this. Like,
When did you say that? When did you say let's check for traps on the trap door?
steps past. Wait, hold on. Let me do.
Fine, it's fine.
Just ready's an arrow. I don't know how much,
that-
how well this is gonna do.
Is this thing moving towards this? What is that? It looks like it's forming into something.
I want to play
There's nothing I can do besides shoot an arrow at a
Adventure.
cloud of poison.
Grandpa's gonna be here soon.
No.
Okay.
Oh god. It's not gonna roll through, is it? And I rolled through the wrong thing. So that was a nat 20 through D&D Beyond.
Okay. Go for it. Go for your strike. That will absolutely hit.
Here, let me get it back on here.
Oh, it was. Holy crap.
And confirm.
What is going on? Is it not going
I
through?
don't know. D&D Beyond was being weird for me too.
Yeah, Forge is going to be better for today.
It won't even let me roll through Forge.
So what?
Give yourself a refresh.
Alright. Let's see. Oh, that opened. Oh. I
I feel
have,
like we should get one of those like screens that's like rainbow from like the 90s when like TV shows would have like issues. They'd just like be like
Technical difficulties.
like having technical difficulties.
Please stand by.
Please stand by.
I just manually typed it. So 6, 12.
Okay. Okay. 12. Yep. Absolutely hits. And like slams into this thing. Oh, hold up. Okay, so you did get the crit, but that's only going to crit on the dice. So that's 4 plus 4, so it's going to be 8 points of damage. Goes through, and it's just kind of like and reforms, and you see some of its constitution just like a little bit like there is kind of like a ripply effect in the middle of it. It takes a bit of damage, not much.
Nope. So surprise. Arrows and swords probably do nothing to this. I don't want to waste more arrows.
And Kevis, just as a reminder, you can pick up half of your arrows after at the end of each combat if you choose to do so.
Yeah, anytime he'll try to salvage as much as he can, but he's gonna put just fire another one. Just try to chip away at it if it'll let me. That one go through? No. That was a 24.
24 still hits. Where's my glasses, please?
Oh, not $sign.
And did you try to roll inside of Forge this time for your...
Yeah, I tried both and neither are working.
Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and manually type it again.
I did. It's 5.
Oh, okay, I see you there.
Let's go.
All right. It's going to reduce down to 2 for resistance.
Okay, so that went through finally. Glad that didn't count.
No, that's me hitting it. I can hit it.
What?
Oh, no, it's not me hitting it. That's weird. Oh, no, never mind. Don't worry about me.
All right. So Kevis launches a couple of arrows. Not much to write home about there. Eli.
Neat. So the first thing I want to do is I want to cast Bless. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta target things. I don't remember how many people Bless. It's 3 people. So
Yep, by default is 3.
Oh my god. I figured out why it didn't work.
you are targeting things.
Yep.
No.
Oh yeah, well
1,
that's the
2.
He said target and I looked over and I was like, oh, okay.
This one. Bless. You guys. Boom.
Woohoo! Automatically
boy.
happened, and this should give you the stats. The stats
Yep.
on your.
You shouldn't have to type anything for it. And then I would like. Oh, I can't. Interesting. I am going to.
Rage.
I would like to rage. No. I'm just gonna cast Hex on the creature. I can't see if it actually got the condition or not, but
I think Bless and Hex are concentration.
oh, they are. You're right. I can't cast Hex.
Nice.
Yeah, good looking out.
Hate that Kev's antlers are glowing.
Oh my gosh.
Good looking out.
I forgot about that effect.
Well then, I will just sit here with my thumbs twiddling.
Maybe move back.
No,
Is my Hex still up?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
And it is within the 10-minute time frame that I mentioned before, so you can recast it. It will have about 5 minutes left on the original
Okay.
duration at this point.
Alrighty.
Also, Morgan, is it all right
Oh, it's
If
my
I
turn.
s-
Oh crap.
I step back to end my turn too? The rest of my movement.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just behind Pinky.
You don't want to get hit by me again.
I don't have. That's as far as I can go.
Oh.
And yes.
is this like a Timon and Pumbaa moment? Be like, I'll stand next to you, but not downwind from you.
So, she will go ahead and cast a Hex on this, thing.
All right, next is on this cloudy creature.
And then she will throw her daggers.
Everybody
All
duck.
right, dagger.
The one A called the hat.
Yeah, that absolutely hits. So it goes through. Just lashes it.
That was... Can I roll just Hex damage? That...
Okay, both go through properly. Just
And about
and this time it does separate and kind of reform, but there's a little bit more distortion to it than with Kevis's arrows.
Alrighty, and then... A second attack for her bonus action dagger.
Yeah, 17 also hits, so deal your damage again.
And Hex applies to every attack?
every attack.
Yeah, it does. That's what makes Hex brutal, especially on Warlocks. You get to high level and you have 3 or 4 Eldritch Blasts to lay onto it, and it just stacks.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, where did my Hex damage button go? There it is. That's a 1, 2.
One more point.
One
It
more
all
point.
adds up.
Damage is damage.
Damage is damage. All right, Cat Mash.
I guess I could. Does anybody else want to play him today?
I can try him.
Curiosity?
I can
Okay.
try him.
Feel like at a minimum he would put his gas mask on.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and that does actually have real effect. Like, it's one of his starting magic items. He has advantage against harmful vapors.
Can you give me permission to Ash?
Oh, yeah. Do.
God, this is gonna be interesting. I feel like he's got a lot of stuff I'm gonna be very confused on.
It's weird. He's like renamed all of his spells.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Do you remember how many shots you shot last session?
So I shot 6, and then we reloaded after combat.
Okay.
So you should have another 6.
Yeah, so you should be all out.
My. Okay. There's a lot here.
Do you want me to come back to you if we'll delay his turn in this particular round?
No, because I don't want to waste his turn. And imagine his pistol is not magical, so it's his movement. Give 30. He can't get through, can he? Or wait, to go past someone is half movement?
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, so yeah, he's... yeah, he'll step in front with his mask. And he's going to hold an action if this creature gets closer. Can he hit him from here?
Yeah, he can. This is melee. I just adjusted it a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so he's going to smack him.
Okay, roll for your attack.
Oh, what was that other dice?
That's plus.
19.
Oh.
Haha.
That hits.
Why
Go ahead and roll that damage.
is it not giving me a prompt to roll? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So what is his thing where...
So when he hits with the Thunder Gauntlets, they have to make a. Do they have to make a saving throw? They have to make a saving throw, I think. Oh no, they just are marked, and if they attack anything
That's
other
it.
than him, it has
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Yep. So yeah, he comes up and there's like a thunderous boom, and a lot of the gas like separates and does reform, but some of it lingers off to the sides, does not get to come back because of the damage.
And then he has 2 hits, right? Yeah.
Here's my shirt time.
He'll take another hit.
Oh,
Jesus.
it's flirted with the natural 20.
Bless is
All right.
coming in clutch.
Yeah, so second time.
That was a lot better.
Yeah, it was. All right, that works. This thing is still marked. Okay, next up, it is its turn. You see it's going to like rear its like snaky head back, and you see it.
Why does it say Ash has bonus action gauntlets as well?
That's
That is also true. Yes, he can do 3 attacks. So go ahead and do the last one. No bonus on that one though.
Oh, how do I roll this without all the bonuses that's added on?
if you go down to bonus, like if you get in your action list and go down to bonus actions and click on that one,
It
it
won't.
do,
Okay.
it won't do it. Yeah.
But the bless.
Yeah.
24 still hits.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
just a straight roll. Okay, so three blows. All 3 of them. And this is thunder damage. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so no damage resistances to thunder. Still goes. Repeating what I said, it like sucks up some of the gas that's floating around. It sucks it back up into its mouth, because it doesn't really have a chest, and sprays it out. And it is going to cast let's see here.
Itself.
Oh geez, it doesn't actually let me do this very well. So it's going to drop a 40 feet diameter cloud. And it just spreads around and starts circling and like encompassing like what's around the walls and everything. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. Ash gets to do this at advantage because he has advantage against harmful gases.
I'm dragging someone's dice.
Of that moment.
Okay, so there's Ash's.
That second roll is for my concentration.
Oh no, Vega.
Okay. All right. So Eli succeeds. Pinky
Wow.
fails. Eli's concentration stays. Moose fails, Ash succeeds, Vega fails, Kevis succeeds. Okay, so if you got less than if you got come on, brain, work. If you got a 16 or above, you take half damage on this. So that is 24 points of poison damage.
I'm down.
Okay, Kevis falls unconscious.
You took. Wait, you only had 12 HP left?
Oh wait, I took half. Hold on, ignore me.
Okay, I was like, what? I knew you were looking bad, but I didn't know that bad. Oh, weird. We're not looking good.
Mm-mm.
All right, so that is going to be the entirety of its turn. Actually, no, it's not. It's going to use its gaseous form type body.
I'm sorry. Are we able to use reactions on that? Out of curiosity. Like if we
Depends
have
on
a
what the reaction is.
Can I use Hellish Rebuke on that?
Can I use Hellish Rebuke?
Oh
on
my god.
Both
Hellish
of them
Rebuke
were
is for a melee strike, I believe.
It's just a creature that damaged you momentarily.
Literally.
Grounded.
What's the range on the spell?
60 feet.
I don't think I've ever seen Hellish Rebuke used at range before, which seems very odd. Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
Two fingers get pointed at this cloud.
It has to make
A
a
dex.
dexterity saving throw. On both of ours.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. This will be against Eli's. Wow, both of those were terrible.
So he'll take the full damage.
Yeah, I was totally gonna use silvery bars if he succeeded.
So it takes 6 fire damage.
Okay, 6 fire damage. And against Pinky, that'll be a 17.
Can I use
Yeah,
my
that will-
reaction to make him fail because he's pissed me off because he poisoned me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
So
like-
let me. So that would be just one more roll.
Let's take the lowest.
Yeah, it has advantage against. Okay, so
Ah.
the lowest it would have rolled is a 16.
I think it will only take half damage on a success.
Okay.
What's the DC on that?
14.
Okay, so a little bit more damage coming in. Whoa, what?
Yeah, I was like,
The
it's healed. It healed.
something about that.
That-
Somewhere in there. I think it was at like
It was wrecked.
32.
All I remember.
I think it was yeah. It was it in the wrecked state yet, or was it still
It was.
badly injured?
Like, after Ash beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, I think 32 makes sense. Okay, so that would be what was the total damage between Pinky and Eli?
I did 6.
And I would have done 4.
8.
4. Okay, so it might 10 more. Okay, gotcha. Okay, now it's going to use its gaseous, like, its amorphous body to move through.
That
It's
provoke.
actually going to hover over the 3 of you.
Oh, never mind.
No additional effects, but if any of you move, it gets an attack of opportunity. Okay, Moose is up with Vega on deck.
Is Vega down?
I still have 16 points of health, so should I be unconscious? I don't understand where the unconscious came from.
Yeah, how'd you get to 16? Or how'd you... So if
'Cause
you
didn't-
dropped yourself to 0, those death saves, so the way that unconscious works is every time it comes, if you're unconscious and it comes back to your turn, you roll a d20. If you get above a 10, then you have 1 point towards stabilization.
So
if you get below a 10, it takes you closer to death. And if
I
you
don't-
fail 3 times, you are dead.
I don't know how I got to unconscious though. So I put in minus 24 because that was the gas damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I should be.
Were you full health? At the
Yes, I
beginning?
was at full health at the beginning.
Okay, you may have just like done a mistype.
Okay.
Which I do sometimes. Okay, so yeah, you should be fine.
Okay.
Because I think I saw you as uninjured as well. So yeah, you're good. So nobody is knocked out yet.
All right.
Eli had a Eli succeeded in his concentration check. Pinky,
Yeah,
concentration check for you too, please.
Okay.
Did you take full damage or half damage?
For what? Oh, the
the
poison
half.
was full.
Oh, you did? I thought you
Okay,
found.
that still would have succeeded. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Freaking bless.
You're good.
Even with
Yeah,
bless, yeah, Pinky's constitution is not the greatest in the world, so
Yeah. Okay. So now we're back over to Moose.
I will reach out and kind of scrape at the air with my hand and inflict wounds upon this thing.
Ooh. Okay. That's an attack roll. You. Interesting. I would say because of the proximity of your allies and the way that it's positioned, you have advantage on this attack roll. You're getting flanking because it's in between all of you. Okay, 13 will miss, but you do miss out on a natural 1. As you rake your hand through the air, it happens to separate. It sees it coming. You just touch normal air for a moment. Anything else for you, Sir Moose?
Yes, definitely something else. Trying to think what I'm doing here, though. That sucked. I am going to bonus action Misty Step.
That's not doing the effect today.
No, it's not. I don't know what's going on.
And then you fly the remaining space out of the cloud zone.
There it goes.
Oh, we got a slight
Awesome.
delay. Okay. Vega, over to you.
All right. I think I'm gonna use Dissonant Whisper. So let's see, spellbook. This.
That whisper. It's fun. Good spell.
All right. I hit the damage button. Is that right?
I have to make a wisdom save, I believe.
Oh, okay.
That would be a 3. Oh, wait, I get advantage on these. Still a 3.
still a 3.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and deal your damage.
All right.
Excuse me.
Did it do it?
Yep, I saw that.
Okay.
I saw the damage go in. Oh, one of my monitors just went out.
This would have been really cool if Moose had stayed right here to you.
Okay, and what's the additional effect of Dissonant Whispers? Is it basically...
It makes it run away from it with any movement it has. To
Oh.
get as far away from her as possible.
Yes.
Okay. This is forced movement. This is forced movement, so it does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
It's the reaction. It's not force movement. It's reaction. Okay.
I was gonna say, doesn't it use its reaction?
Vega, can you...
It uses its own movement and its own reaction.
Oh, Vega.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
not like
that would provoke attacks of opportunity. Yeah, just forcing them to. It's like somebody was holding a dash or holding their action to do dash, and just popping it at that point. Okay. So yeah, Moose and Eli and
Just
Ash. Oh, because you already used the reaction. Yep. So Ash gets to take an attack of opportunity there.
is this doesn't use his modifiers, right? Or his bonuses?
Yes, it does. This is essentially a normal attack.
Okay. Isn't that
Hell
20?
yeah.
Natural. Alright.
Let's fucking go.
Only on a bed.
Realize that wasn't.
Gosh, in the car. Gosh,
huh.
in the car with me.
Go through. There it goes.
Louis bomb goes.
Okay. 12 points of damage. All right. This thing is barely like holding itself together, shaking and moving, and not all together at all anymore. Okay, Vega. Anything else for you?
Is it? I'm sorry. Just one more thing. Is it? It has a concentrating symbol on it. Is it actually concentrating on something?
Yes, it does.
Hey.
It should have prompted me to roll its concentration check. It's concentrating on the cloud that is sent out. Okay. Yep,
God.
that'll succeed. So that's against Vega's, and then
That's just
Moose didn't actually hit it, and so this is the save against Ash.
fuck.
That will also succeed. Okay,
Go.
and I made a mistake, and in the verbiage here is when a creature enters the fog for the first time or starts its turn there, then it does the saving throw and takes damage. And so anybody who has not had their turn start inside of the cloud has not yet taken the damage. So Moose has been hit, Vega's been hit. It is now Kevis's turn. Kevis has been hit. Eli, Pinky, and Ash have not taken the poison damage yet.
So
Keep that in mind.
so it
So
was
go ahead and give yourselves that health back. And then if it's still alive at the end of this round, Eli will take the hit.
Daddy, how do you get this into the doggy house?
Okay, so yes, Kevis is up.
Kevis is getting the hell out of here.
Can I use my bonus action as well?
Oh, yes, you can. Sorry.
So she's also gonna use Misty Step to get out of here.
Okay, it's 30 feet of movement, and then where you're at over there, that would be difficult terrain because it's. Oh no, not for you.
That was me.
Water walking.
Yep.
Oh,
Actually, let
Think
me
that
measure
through.
this out. Sorry.
You got enough to get out of the fog.
Do I? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 30 from Misty Step plus 30 from your movement. Not have
Yeah.
water walking. So you can get up to 60 feet away.
Okay.
What happened, Happy? What happened?
I guess right
Over to
there.
Kevis, what you doing? And Vega can move herself wherever she needs to.
Yeah.
I'm going to get out of here. 10,
Why?
4.
30.
And Vega, just a reminder, you have to, if you're using the measurement tool for your movement, you have to do control click to make an anchor point, and then you can get spacebar to take it.
Okay.
I can only get to what? To here. Oops. With what movement I have, and then I'm just going to dash. You get out even further back.
Okay, so you run away from the cloud. All right, yep. Kevis, you've got 15 more feet, or actually, do you have 35 feet
I have
normally, or 40?
35.
35. Okay, yeah, you've got 15 more feet. You can get to one of these available spaces over here.
Yeah.
Or
go.
really, you can get to here. That'll get you out. That's your only option.
Yes,
Okay, so Kevis just moves. Eli, you take the damage.
Yeah, I just did that.
Okay, cool. And now it's Eli's turn.
So I'm gonna move up to the creature, and I'm gonna smash it with my hammer.
Get it, Yzma.
Oh yeah, I have to target this thing.
Where's New Groove?
Yeah, I got it.
What?
Thank you.
My toes so
I'm feeling lucky.
Real lucky.
23 does hit. And Eli, is your hammer magical?
It is.
Ooh, shiny. I deal you damage. And roll really low, so I get to do some damage to Pinky. Aw.
Nope.
Please? Yes.
You got to.
Alright. Alright, Eli, describe your hammer kill on the cloud monster.
Yeah, so the hammer you've been seeing, it is currently emitting light too, but you just kind of notice that it starts gleaming a little bit brighter as he starts swinging it. It looks almost like a trail of light behind it, starting to engulf in like flames. And it hits the cloud monster, and he'll start just kind of burning and sizzling in the light that is emanating from my hammer.
Alright, nicely done. And it sizzles and fades, and the cloud dissipates. So Pinky and Ash do not take any of that poison damage. And it calms down.
Which way?
The air getting kind of a holy cleanse as things die down.
Which way is that?
And
That's
you guys defeat
the
the
west.
trap monster.
Ah,
And
not my.
the kind of broken, bent metal piece underneath the trapdoor is thrown open and like laying against the side.
Look over at Kevis. Both of us just absolutely coughing up a lung over here, probably right now. That thing jacked me up.
Yeah. Okay, just leaning up against this rock at this point.
You guys, oh gosh. She, like, gets halfway through her sentence before she, like, kind of realizes how crap they all look.
He's like, I'm fine. What's your problems?
I'm doing great over here. I don't know what happened to you guys.
I need a band-aid or something.
I don't have any of those kind of things.
Okay. 3, 4. Yeah. I don't want to do that. Never mind.
I think Kevin's gonna slowly start making his way back up to land. Slowly.
And less will fade from y'all.
Yep. And I'm like starting to look around and think, I'm like, does anyone actually need this? And I'll hit my light spell off of my hammer and see if everyone can still see.
I'm okay. I can see.
I'm good.
Let me take it out first of all, and then
It was just me. That's why I was just showing you. Oh, it was
I actually have darkness activated on this cave. Yes, I do.
How much does Goodberry
not.
heal? Your good berry?
Yeah, it's it's a good question. I think it's 4. Keep forgetting. It is. Yeah, it's 4. Each one of them heals 4.
Yeah, I've got 5 of those bad boys. I'm gonna pop them all. Can I do? Can I do that?
Yeah, you. I mean, it takes an action to eat one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Moose, you can pop all those. Light spell goes down. Not sure where the light source is coming from. Oh, it's Pinky. I think Pinky's currently lighted up too.
Oh,
I think Eli made her rapier glow.
Oh.
I'm like.
Okay. Okay. Either one of them. I don't remember which one I did, but both of them. I'll take them both off.
Okay, so if that's the case, then what? Not all y'all have dark vision. What is going on here?
We do.
No, everyone
do.
does.
That's why I'm doing this.
Level up.
Pinky has dark vision now.
Pinky
And
can
so
see
does-
the
And
dark
Eli.
now.
So does Eli. We both picked up dark vision.
We conspired against you when you got off last week, so
Yeah, we were like, now, no longer shall we be blinded by the darkness.
Me and
Warlock
Pinky,
level 2, both of you.
Yep. And we can see in magical darkness too.
Yeah, our eyes glow.
Oh, did you guys pick up Devil's Light?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that makes sense now. Okay, cool.
You guys been
guys, I
hanging
gotta-
out in this cave too long.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, I can. I'm gonna use my healing light, but it's not much. But I don't know, I'll do 2d6 towards Kevis, and then 1d6 towards Vega.
wait, don't I have like Mantle of Inspiration or something that increases that? Hang on.
Hey guys, I got an energetic little one here. So let's take our break a little bit early. Let's come back in about 40 or at the 40-minute mark.
Perfect.
Alrighty. Cool. So Eli performs a little bit of healing onto Kefis.
And Vega gets that last d6. What's up?
Okay, great.
+3. All right.
Okay, so y'all are sitting there a little bit battered and sickened and not feeling particularly great. And and the trapdoor awaits you. Any other conversation or preparation you want to have before you go down?
Do I retrieve my arrows?
Yeah, you can retrieve half of your arrows.
I get 1.
Woohoo!
You guys, if we're gonna keep going forward, we should probably heal up everybody, right? You guys, you don't. Vega, you okay?
Looks like Vega killed herself again.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to use like the add and the subtract to do my hit points, and for some reason, it like when I hit enter, everything goes to 0. I don't know how
Your
to fix
problem-
this. How to?
So whenever you heal, just do a +3 or whatever.
That's what I did, and then it killed me.
Are you sure? I mean, if I don't know,
Mm.
just sometimes it goes a little wonky on me, and it thinks I'm doing something I'm not.
Gotcha.
And make sure your num lock is on, because sometimes I've done that too.
Okay,
and-
gotcha.
Everybody, he'll say hello to my dad.
Hi, Dad.
Hello.
Yep, this is Grandpa Dungeon Master, even though he's never played.
Someday.
Yep. All right. Okay, so Vega's into a wrecked status instead of an unconscious status, which is better. Pinky, your hex is going to fade at this point.
Get that. So, A good point.
I have no idea if Jax would, but Jax has the healing jolt.
Yeah. He'd probably offer it up because the group is looking raw.
Okay.
But before you do that, I remember you said that if you were gonna use your needle thing to check with me first to do my healing thing, so I will or just heal, and I will twin heal Vega and Kevis.
Okay.
Nice for 9 points of healing.
Heck yeah, that's great. Okay. At this point, we've got a couple of people in wrecked status, and that's the lowest. Ash is, well, I sure do appreciate that. I've got a little bit more in the tank if we need to.
Oh, it just looks up. I'll take any healing.
Mm-hmm.
Stab yourself this time. He's gonna toss over his little syringe, and he's gonna toss one from to Eli and Kevis.
So would that use the rest of his bird's spell slots?
That's his first level spell slots.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's only got second level spells now.
Is he? Second level. Jesus. What is the healing on that?
D8+3, I think.
1d8 plus spellcast modifier. Which
I think
is...
it's +3.
I just roll this.
You can't just.
Oh god, this is weird. Targeting myself. And then...
Like
feel
a
like I've got
junkie. Like a junkie. Ah.
Dude, Kevin's immediately, as soon as he gets
Over
it.
here doing weird things. It's like, okay, guys.
Alright, so that's the majority of the team's healing, getting you guys back up to a decent state.
Oh god, why am I spinning?
Do I
That's
add the 7 too, or was that specifically just for him?
That was for Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Guys ready to go down into the trapdoor and see what this piece of mystery is all about?
I think I got a good one fight left in me before I need to crash.
Yeah, I'm already heading down the trapdoor.
Pinky.
What?
Can people see your arrows?
What do you mean?
Like, are you wearing them?
Yeah?
I was gonna follow behind Pinky and try to snag some of her arrows.
You're gonna
Oh.
try you could just ask!
It's more fun when he's trying to steal them from you without you noticing, though.
Okay.
Oh, come on!
Huh.
That one was almost a natural 20.
Huh.
Just walks by and tries to grab him.
Yeah, hey Kevis, what you doing back there?
Taking my payment for the 2 stabs you've gotten on me. Just keeps walking.
You know, if you need arrows, you could just ask and I'll give you them.
Walks by, holds up an arrow. Alright. Just keeps walking.
They're like pink tipped arrows too. Like the feathers on them are pink.
As long as they're
And,
pointy on the end.
I'm gonna say that because of her size, and these are short bow arrows, they're gonna be at half range. Because the long bow, you need a longer arrow to like do the full pullback, and so these ones you're only gonna be able to draw about halfway.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, cool. All right. So you guys get down there, and as you look in, there is a ladder, and the first thing you see is a small staircase that splits off into 2 different directions. You see boxes and pails, tables. And you find yourself in some sort of a storeroom. There is a distinct scent of sulfur kind of permeating this entire space. Not enough to like sting your throat, but it's present.
I don't like the smell of this. Doesn't smell right down here.
Would Eli have watched Supernatural and know that sulfur means demons?
I know. Sulfur means demons.
You guys already do that. Yeah, at this point, like, you guys, if anybody doesn't know, the sulfur and demons are related. You're welcome
do
to
now.
inform the rest of the group.
I think my mom has some incense like this.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
So, we're still looking for
Eli,
the fairy?
Eli?
Why are we down
what
here?
did I just hear?
I know,
What
did
was
I just
that?
hear a monkey?
What was that?
Was that a
I don't like
monkey?
it.
Hold on.
I don't like it.
Hold on a second.
What are we doing down here? What are you guys looking for?
Yeah, Eli, why are we down here? We just felt like a weird cloud thingy, and I'm hearing noises.
I feel like whatever's motivating you to come down here is not in our favor.
I just have a feeling. I see these two doors, I guess, Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna go open the one to my left.
Do you have like a stronger feeling towards that door than the other door? Maybe the other door is safer than that door? Maybe you should go opposite of whatever you're feeling towards that door.
Do you not want me to open this door?
Try the other door.
Wait,
We're
can't
look-
we use that thing with the guy? Kevis, can't you do your animal thing? Is there a creature around here or something?
Nah.
Can we see what's behind that door?
Not anymore.
Do we look in these boxes before we leave this
open
room?
any doors, let's check it out this time.
That's a good idea. What's in all these crates? Maybe something in here can help us.
What's in this box?
I'd like to look at the door.
I'm gonna walk up to this door Eli's at, and I'm also going to investigate it and see if there's any traps or anything.
Can you hear anything on the other side?
Yeah.
Eli, just from your perspective, you walk up, and this door is made out of like heavy iron mixed with wood. It's almost like two different strains of wood have like woven together, but one of them is very clearly iron. It has a large face on the door. Kind of a smooth head, open jaw. It's a skeleton. And some of the iron crosses the face specifically and is like rusted red. Roll a religion check for me. Then,
20.
not sure if this has any significance or not.
I have some religious knowledge, a little bit, I think.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll it.
I don't understand why Kevis has a +2 religion.
Not so much.
You have a +2 to religion because it's just your proficiency modifier.
Intelligent.
Proficiency modifier minus. No, that doesn't make sense.
I'm just curious because Kevis is not religious at all. I get like the rules and stuff, but just weird with him. I don't
Yeah,
know. With what he's
that's-
going through, he's learning a lot about gods right now.
That
Oh yeah,
flower.
it's just your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, it's the flower too. That's a good point. The
Oh, okay,
one that
that was-
Moose gave me.
Mhm.
So,
Does this look familiar
Yeah.
to what Kevis's, I think it was a spider, saw in that one building? Or is this?
I don't believe there was any iconography in that building, right?
There was the shrine.
Oh, right. No, this looks different than that.
does the other door look the same as this door?
This one,
I mean,
it does look different. This one looks more like a a very similar thing, except this time it doesn't seem to be wood and iron. It's wood and copper. And the copper is kind of faded to a green. And it's almost like a triangular shaped face. Long green ears with a pointed face and like looks almost like a bat and a kind of a flat nose with like long hairy like mutton chops that drag down.
what do you think they're storing in these rooms?
That's a good question. Demons?
Yeah.
What's in this room? Can I look in the box that I'm next
Yeah,
to?
can I open up this barrel that's in front of me right here?
Yep, the two of you go ahead and roll investigation checks.
Pull on the handle on the door in front of us as well.
Before you do that, Kevis will
Well,
say,
I've already pulled it.
you
Oh,
turn
Kevis
the handle
did
or
say that
try
he
to.
was checking.
Yeah, I was
Kevis did
checking.
say that he was checking for things.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, Moose. You open up this first one. This barrel right here. It is an ale.
Oh god.
Nothing here.
Yeah, you turn the tap and it kind of like coughs for a second and like kind of a clog of something falls out of it, but then it runs splattering on the ground, bubbling. Smells very yeasty, rich, kind of like a dark brown, maybe like a porter style.
Can I empty out my water skin on the floor and fill it?
Perfect.
Well,
I don't even know what's in there.
Kevis is looking around, looks over and sees that. Pinky, don't drink it.
What about me? Did I open something with my 17?
Yeah, you open up and right as you kind of look at it and like open the crate, one of the crates in front of you has some holes, like small holes, like pocked around it. And you open it up and you immediately hear like a and there are some live scorpions inside, are kind of like howling and hissing.
Nope. Drops that lid. Nope. Don't go in there. Nope. There's bugs and ugly, nasty, crawly things inside that box. I don't recommend you open that box.
So this is where they store those things.
Imagine Ash just walks over and puts the lid back on. I don't actually know which
I'm gonna
box it
taste
was.
the ale.
The ale, it is it is a deep brown rich ale. The fermentation is a little bit aggressive. Like it kind of stings your mouth, like if you haven't had a soda in a while, then you have one and it burns. It's pretty good though. Tastes like there's a lot of alcohol content in there.
That's pretty good stuff, guys. makes it's got like a tinging sort of burning good thing in my face. This area. Is this like a cask? Can I fit one of these in my backpack?
Oh god.
It's more like a barrel that's like stacked on the wall. So it's rather large. Kevis, roll your investigation check for
I did.
checking for traps.
14.
What'd you get?
14.
14. Okay. You look around, kind of like feeling at the sides and the seams, and like kind of like looking at the handle, which is inside of like the skull's mouth, almost
Oh.
like it's actually like a pierced tongue ring. And you don't see anything. If
Look at Eli.
I'm gonna open it.
Eli, you go ahead and tug on the ring. The door does appear to be locked.
Pinky. Well, first off, is there a visible like lock on there that we can see?
You can't. Over on the right hand side, there's kind of like a half circle with like 3 different keyholes to it, and they all seem to be like twisted at different angles.
Pinky, you got your tools that you had in the hag's cabin earlier when we tried to free that annoying satyr?
Yeah, what about them?
See him?
Sure. Just don't break them, please.
Try not to. Try to pick the lock.
All right.
If that doesn't work, Eli, maybe you could like use your armor.
Are you sure
got
you
some.
don't want me to just pick the lock? Can
That's
I just
right.
pick
I
the
have
lock for you?
keys.
Let me try
Oh yeah, he's
one.
got. We should try all these keys that are on him.
Sweet. We'll see you guys next month as we pick up the
No
rest of this
kidding.
campaign.
I'm gonna try the third key from the bottom left.
Maybe we can like match the metals, like so Vegas starts looking at his like looking for a copper key to match the door.
Okay, so one at a time. Who is trying to pick the lock with Pinky's materials?
Me, but Kevis is gonna ask Pinky to come over and try to help.
Yeah, I can give him. Can I give him the help action since I'm pretty sure I have expertise in thieves' tools actually.
Absolutely, and a certain somebody just picked up their first level in Rogue, so a little bit of training sounds perfect.
Nice.
Come over
So,
and
yeah,
put my hand on his shoulder too, and say, just remember, if you're ever attacked by clowns, go for the juggler.
Didn't.
That joke was actually fucking hilarious.
It
Thanks, Moose.
was pretty good.
Was that guidance?
that was good.
Yes, that's good.
Just in case you couldn't tell.
How does it? It's sleight of hand. Is that what it is?
Sleight of hand check. I apologize. I'm a little bit distracted. Oh, come on. Stop doing that. I'm
I don't know if
setting
that.
up a new tool for myself to make this more interesting.
I don't know if that adds my modifier or proficiency bonus.
It
I think it.
should. Yes, it did, because I see you roll at the 6.
What's
No dice.
Okay.
Just doesn't go. Nothing is wrong. It's just
Well, that's the second roll.
this is literally your first time.
That's the
So
second roll.
1d4 on those.
Oh
both.
yeah.
because of guidance.
For the first one. Second one. So it'll be a 19.
Nope, you only roll it once. You don't roll the d4.
Oh, he was
twice.
doing it for both. He was doing it for both of his rolls, right? The guidance.
Right, but
Yeah.
guidance would only it's one roll.
Oh, yeah, it goes away
Cool.
after the first one. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the 2 then.
Yeah, so it's a 20.
Pretty 20.
Is our little cat in here with us?
All those scorpions were yelling at you as you opened the box.
Hmm.
George? Yeah, George is here.
Okay. Just want to make sure we didn't leave him behind.
All right. So Kevis.
He probably rides around in my backpack.
Gotcha.
You can put insect cats in your backpack. You can put fairies in your backpacks. It's a very useful tool. Okay, Kevis. You start off and you know the theory of lockpicks. You go in there and you begin to play around with them. Sorry, my music went away. There we go. And you start to do it, and Pinky's kind of like over your shoulder. The first one just click, and you feel it kind of get stuck, and you have to like wiggle it and like pull it out to reset it. Pinky's able to give you a little bit of a direction, and you go over on the next one, and on that little half moon, there's kind of like a directional 3 that are all kind of pointing towards the center. And inside of the center, there's this sigil that looks like perhaps a something could be inserted in there. But you take the key and you align it towards the center. So one of them is done.
Looks back at Pinky. Hey, why do you like this?
Yeah, isn't it really cool? Like, you can get into about anything that you probably shouldn't get into.
Yeah. You want to try the rest of these?
What?
Do you want to try the rest of these locks?
Sure.
I don't want to break your tools.
Are you about to break my tools?
I'm not taking the chance of it, and I'll back away and let her step. But Kevis is gonna watch, see how she does it.
Starting to get that. Taking a look, getting some training in. You could give me your sleight of hand check.
All right, so I do have.
Pinky,
Yes.
Here we go.
come here real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Put my hand on her head, and I'll say, "Ammo pants are hard to find."
I got this. I'm gonna have to roll stealth because that's the only thing I have expertise that also has dex. Because I have expertise in thieves' tools.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But essentially, this is a thieves' tools check. Okay, guys.
Yeah, I got you. I wish. I hope that with 1D&D, that's something that gets fixed. Is that there's specific roles for your tools.
Yeah.
So that this kind of like janky behavior doesn't have to happen.
And then I'll add bless. Or guidance.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can add a psionic die.
I'm gonna say, Morgan, tell me if this isn't allowed. Can I understand that?
Alright.
But with Kevis, try to talk her through it as well as a help action.
As like advantage.
I don't know.
Not in this case,
Okay.
just because that'd be like the student trying to teach the master on day 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Alright, so it was a 5. I don't know why the custom rolls don't go through. But it'd be a 7 total added to the 17.
Okay, so 34. Or 24, excuse me. Yeah. Easy enough to do. You get the second lock to go in. So it's the top right and the bottom, or top left and top right are both pointed towards the center appropriately.
All right. Now, is there one more?
There is one more on the bottom.
Whoever invented this lock was a very mean person. So I
There's
gotta
some There's some irony in you saying that.
do.
That will not become apparent until much later in the campaign.
Swear, if one of Eli's keys fits these locks, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh gosh. So I don't think a 13 does it.
13, a 13 does not.
Okay.
Okay, so this time it just kind of sticks in and doesn't go anywhere.
These locks are so dumb. I swear, whoever made these, I'm coming for you next. I guess. Did you guys find any keys for these locks by chance, or are we?
Did I find a copper-colored key?
Where?
I'm looking on his back.
Looking for the key in my vest.
Roll. Okay, how do I want to do this? Eli, roll a. Jeez, this is kind of hard. Okay, so I'm gonna have you roll this in the chat because we don't have like proper dice for it. Roll me a 1d 300.
Six.
Yes.
You've got to be shitting me. Yeah? Yeah, seriously, you had to roll a 10 or below for this to work.
Hell yeah.
So basically you had to get better than a natural 20 to make this work. Oh, hi Fluffers. Hi Einstein.
Buddy.
Oh, he's getting so shaggy, Troy.
Yeah, he needs a haircut again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There is a key, and Eli, there's part of you that is just with this thing affecting your mind, and nobody else knows this. But there's a little bit of like a shiver that runs through your body. And there's kind of just an instinctual knowing about some of the stuff in this place. And you look down, and every once in a while you fiddle with your keys, you play with them. There's all sorts of different types and whatnot. And you remember one specific key on your kind of left hand ribs that has a skull on it with some striping as like the head of the key, not the teeth of the key, but the handle portion. It takes you a few minutes to be able to like detach it, but you feel very drawn to this. Like, and you get the sense that Jingle Jangle has like a little bit of magic associated with her and keys, where they're constantly looking for their home. And it's like this one's telling you it's found it.
Nice. Guys, long shot here, but I want to try one of these keys.
Okay.
All right.
Pinky over there.
Yeah.
Vega decides to stand back here because the last time we
yeah,
messed
Yeah.
with the
this is-
door, it was bad news. So
Everyone runs away from Eli.
Yeah. You opened the trap door. Poison gas came out.
Small room, not a lot of place to run.
Bane is still just looking over his shoulder, wondering what'll happen when he unlocks it.
there's crates over here. I'll kick these scorpions over.
Bane's not a learn your lesson kind of guy.
And yeah, Eli will stick the key in and try it.
Okay. You do an as you like reach out to the key, it's almost like a magnetic force of, and you don't even touch it or you don't even move it. It turns its own self, and there's a little bit of like red striping in the key that gets sucked into the door, and it becomes more dull looking. And kind of bleeds up and fills inside of that center recess with some red. And you hear something goes, and this inside the center recess, it looks almost like a red jello. Like you reach out and touch it, and it just kind of ripples and stays there.
Did that work, Eli?
I don't know.
And for once, the floor gang is stunned in silence.
I'm gonna try to reach my hand into it and pull the door again.
Okay. You do so, and this heavy wood and iron door unlocks. That was cool. That made an unlucky sound.
I was just peeking over Ash's shoulder.
I don't know what the probability of that was, but I feel like it was relatively ridiculous. I thought all these keys had a home as I'm like reattaching the depleted key back into its spot. At least that's what Django told us.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you...
and Jingle told you that inside of Jingle's house there was a lot of keys on the ground. And those,
Right. Yes.
and,
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
and those were keys that had already found their home. But a lot of ones strung up from the top were ones that she hadn't yet found where they go, and that's primarily what she built your armor out of.
Yeah. So I can help her find homes for the keys. That's right.
How did you know it was that key?
This was a creepy key. That's a creepy door.
I'm okay with that logic.
For once, I kind of agree with you.
Should we be quiet trying to go in here?
Probably.
Probably a good idea.
With that being said, I would imagine Ash would eat the last seed Kevis gave him for the pass without a choice.
Okay. I'll give him ninja mode again. Okay. Mess with that stinking HUD scaler.
Ah.
Who's going in first?
I'm more than willing to, but if you guys are trying to sneak, then I'm not going to be very.
I'll go and take a look, I guess. But up. And slowly and stealthily walk through the door.
Okay, so whoever is going in, or whoever is stealthing, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Anybody who is choosing not to stealth automatically will essentially fail the stealth check. assuming there's something going on.
I mean, can we like stay back while they stuff through? Is that an
Yeah.
option?
Yep, that is an option too.
Okay.
No way.
Get out of here.
Back to
Gosh,
back.
what is this?
I was just about literally to say, Kevis, turn around
Oh
and
my
look
gosh.
at Pinky.
2 nat 20s, a 19. Can we get any stealthier than this?
Oh yeah.
Ash
Okay,
is gonna wait.
So Ash and Eli are staying back. The rest of you, the door is open. And you can see inside. This is obviously a library of sorts. Books, papers are scattered on the ground. Mostly things are fairly tidy. Looks just like there's a couple of shelves that have like maybe just collapsed with time, and some of the books are over, and there is a small element of like organized chaos in here. You see again barrels, desks, papers, books. Somebody spent some time creating this space, studying, for sure.
Nothing here.
By looking around of what we're seeing, books, papers, can we put together what they were studying?
Can we investigate some of this stuff?
Roll an intelligence check for me to try to figure out what the subject matter here is. Okay, you two, or anybody else.
Ooh.
Intelligence.
I'll leave this to the smart people.
Kevis ain't smart.
Let's roll.
The only probably good person would be Ash, but he's in the other room.
Vega. You are able to determine a baseline subject. And that is the concept of summoning a demon and controlling them using their true name.
This is
Well,
bad news, guys.
That
This
is
is
all you
bad news. This looks like summoning stuff. This doesn't look good. It looks like somebody's trying to summon something.
What is the compass on Kevis doing right now?
Pointing back towards the direction where you sent your little spider friend and you got attacked by those weasels.
While Kevis is looking around, he's gonna look for a book about her. See if that's in here. What's her face? Ring.
Well,
Thank you. Yes. A long shot, but he's casual. He's not like thoroughly investigating it, but as he's looking around,
roll a specific investigation check here. Most of these are in a language that you don't know. You're not sure.
okay. He's gonna
I'll
walk.
take George out and set him down. Say, yeah, anywhere is fine in here.
Yeah, Kevin's gonna walk to the other door and grab the other two. I think you're good, guys.
I think George will go ahead and use the papers to relieve himself in the corner here.
Yeah, he does so. Masterfully.
Vegas snarks and says that's all it's worth anyway. Disgusting demons.
Go ahead.
Kevis, as you're looking around, you have this like you're like, okay, maybe not, and you turn off to the side. There's something that's tickling your mind. There's something here that kind of fits that realm of what you were just describing. It's just maybe it's not in this room, maybe you're not seeing it, but you just have kind of a guess that you're just not seeing something yet.
He's just gonna wander, looking for it, see if anything sticks out to him. Oh, maybe looking at the compass, hoping maybe it'll change directions.
And as you move, it moves ever so slightly with like your
Right.
with like new triangulation as you move, but that's about it.
Oh, this thing ain't helpful anymore.
It looks like it's still taut, and like still seems to be honing in on something.
Kevis will look over at the door that's back there. I'm guessing Eli's staring at.
Yeah,
Got
I
any?
found a door.
Good job. Got any feeling on what key goes there? And also, can we check it first so it doesn't, explode in your face, maybe?
If you want to check it, go ahead. But I didn't even know if it's locked.
Same thing. Walk up, look for traps on it.
Okay. You can easy enough borrow Pinky's tools. Go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
I was gonna say, Pinky, do you want to come over? You're probably better
Oh.
at this than I am.
Okay,
Or this
sure.
this would be thieves tools check, which if you have proficiency in them, then that means just roll a sleight of hand unless.
Can I, if he rolls it, can I help him?
So, question for you, Morgan. How would I do that? I have proficiency with thieves' tools, but I don't have proficiency with sleight of hand.
Oh, okay. Then it'd be a whatever dex skill you do have proficiency in. Go ahead and roll that.
That's stealth at an 11.
Is your stealth
Unless
and
that-
expertise?
Yes.
Yes, it is. So not that one.
Can I do a dex check?
Yeah, just do a dex check. Roll acrobatics. That'll do.
Okay. Where is it? There it is. And then, Pinky, did you say you were doing help?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll help. I'll help him.
Natural 20.
Hey.
You guys with the freaking 20s.
I got a good teacher.
Learning from the best.
Ironic.
My forge is frozen, so I'm gonna refresh there.
I like how Kevis shamed you for the most of this campaign of doing this, and now he's doing it.
Yeah, Pinky's like, how the tables have turned.
So Kevis has this door over here. This one has a face. It looks like the wood is mixed with kind of like a purplish obsidian. Looks like a very angular male face, spiky hair, some kind of multi-ridged spiked ears, and just like a very deep brow. This time the ring is like in his chin. And as like part of the hair spikes up, you see these hinges that with a natural 20 and just guesswork of like, okay, how would I make a trap? You imagine that as soon as you move this door, the pressure will likely swing some sort of blade forward.
So, puts his hand on Eli. This one has a surprise on the other side.
I like surprises.
No, not this one. there's something on the other side of this that will be triggered once this is opened, and it's pretty solid. This one, I'm guessing there's something important behind it if they have it trapped, and start to basically walk Eli through like, hey, this, like, here's how, showing him and explaining why I'm telling him this, and also kind of looking at Pinky for reinsurance.
Can you make it not do that?
Looks at Pinky. Do you think it's possible?
Maybe.
Sorry, I kind of misspoke on this. We'll still keep everything as is, but the checking to see if it's trapped, that's an investigation check. Disarming the trap is the thieves' tools check. So keep on my mistake, but yeah, we'll just keep going as is.
I mean, there's a chance anything could backfire on you, but I mean, if you're careful enough.
I mean, looks at you like your feeling. Is it pointing through this door?
Don't have a direction.
You don't have a direction. It's just kind of.
No, it's that. I don't have somebody telling me that, oh, go through this door, go over here, do this. No, I just have a feeling like that. There's something needs to be done in here.
In this
in the
room?
cave.
In here?
In the cave.
In the cave.
In the cave. In the cave.
So it could
That's
be
all.
anywhere in this case.
Yeah. I just thought we'd check out the trapdoor first.
Okay.
And now we're here. So let's check it out.
All right. So.
Does Ash have anything here?
Does anybody... Actually, I can answer this myself, because I made a tool.
So we open this, a blade swings down at us.
Is there any way we can like trip it and stand out of its path?
That's what I was trying to think of.
Hey, Moose.
Like maybe you can
You
shoot an arrow
underst-
at it. Sorry.
You understand... you understand Abyssal, but you can't read, right?
Yep.
Cool. You recognize a lot of the language on these books as being Abyssal, mostly just because it's around your house, and you're like, hey, I know that letter. That's about it.
Are any pictures?
If you want to go and like open a book and like flip through it, yeah, there's pictures, there's symbols, there's magic-y runes, there's illustrations of like different types of demons devouring things and all over the place. There's a lot of artistry about what demons do.
This looks like cool stuff, guys.
Kevis will look over at Moose. What do you mean it looks like cool stuff?
I mean, it's all like hardcore. It's like, you know, flames and demons and stuff. It's cool.
Wait, can you read that?
No, I can't read these, but I recognize some of this stuff.
It's like these demons are eating things.
Who doesn't like to eat stuff?
Wait,
They might want to eat us.
Oh, well. I think a lot of things here want to eat us.
you can't read it, but you recognize it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe books from around the house and stuff. I don't know. Maybe my mom's. Probably not Shellsworth's.
And if you can't read it, never mind. So we can try to disarm this.
we fail, we get hit with a blade.
I mean, let's be honest here. Is that the worst thing that could happen to us? We've had a lot of things hit us.
I mean,
Blade doesn't seem that scary.
like if you guys look both hurt, I could disarm this if you want me to.
I vote for the fairy.
If you think you can, yeah.
Yeah, I probably can.
I have faith in you, Pinky.
Thanks.
Kevis is gonna step back, but still watch this whole time. Every time Pinky does something like this, he's watching her. At this point,
I'll come up and set my hand on Pinky's shoulder again and say, Pinky, I know you've had a problem with this, so just remember that kleptomaniacs take things literally.
Of course.
Nice.
I think 31 does it. Wait, yeah, a 31.
if at 31 does it, I'm terrified.
31 does it. You get up in there. After a minute, it's going to be really hard to get those things, but you can look around kind of in that room that you guys started out with. You're able to go and like acquire like a few thin pieces of metal, kind of like set them up in there to like prevent the spring from moving forward.
Oh, nice.
Feeling pretty confident about it.
I think this looks pretty good.
I never doubted you for a moment.
Good job, Pinky.
Thank
Kevis
you.
peeks around. You alive?
Yeah, we're good over here.
Alright. And then Eli will just run up and open the door.
And it is still locked.
Oh,
It just disabled the
oh,
the-
my bad. My bad.
the-
I thought that was all
what's
fail switch. Yep, sure. Guys, it's still locked.
Oh.
Looks at Pinky. You want to do it or me?
Kevis, do you want to go? Do the honor. Let's see what I've let's see what I've taught you.
Okay,
You
Kevis.
got this.
This one on the side, it kind of looks like a wavy serpent on the side where the handle would be, and there's like 3 or 4 clicks in there. The first one, try to like move it and okay, you got it barely. It was just about to the point where you thought the tool would snap.
Did you make my tools, Kevis?
I have to look back at Pinky. This one seems a little more difficult than the other.
Okay.
Why don't you do this? I don't want to break your tools.
Of course. So is it a set of 3 again?
It is another set of 3.
Okay.
So the locks are like a snake.
Something with kind of like a back and forth ripple to it.
And the door itself is kind of like an elvish like face kind of built, but spiky hair.
Yeah, I was done yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I was done. What's the game?
In the game yet, baby. We've got 1 more hour.
Like, I'm gonna present it up.
Let me do something. Okay, Pinky, that 17, the second one. You see what Kevis is talking about. It does feel definitely more difficult. And you feel somehow some sort of connection with the one below it, but you barely get it in.
Oh, crap. Okay, we're doing good, guys.
Did you open it?
Yeah, I think I got that one. The last one.
Most excellent.
Also, while she's doing this, can I look around and see if anything's catching my attention? Like that little feeling.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, you can. Roll investigation.
2, 3, 4.
As this is happening, what is everybody else doing? Is everybody just waiting for the door to be open? 12.
Take a drink of ale.
Not quite. It's like it's
Maybe,
something.
maybe
You,
Ash would be looking around too while this is all going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ash is just, yeah, he's probably just being studious. Go ahead and give him yeah, have him do his investigation check. Or religion check, whichever first.
Mommy,
We'll
hey,
just
look
do
at the
that.
puppy.
Okay.
Look at the
17.
puppy.
Vega's just kind of tiptoe dancing around like a kid would, just looking around at stuff. And
Also, while Kevis is looking around and stuff, and Vega's walking around, he's gonna walk up to Vega. By any chance, when you came here, did you come here alone?
so I kind of woke up here. I want to say, gosh, I don't know, that the times seems like it's been weird. I don't really know how long I've been here. It doesn't feel like it's been a very long time, but it's like I was transported here. I don't really know how I got here. I was in a bit of a situation, and I just kind of woke up and followed this pathway, and then I finally found that pool and decided to try to commune to my goddess. So that's why I was doing the dance. She didn't speak to me though, so I don't really know much about this area. I'm not quite sure exactly where we are here. I mean, I know what realm I'm in, but I'm not sure how I got here, to be truthful.
You said you're in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Gosh, I don't really know where to begin, but it wasn't good. It wasn't a good situation, and my troop was executed. And she takes a breath and tries to blink back some tears, and I watched them. I watched them all get killed, and I don't even understand why. I don't even understand what was going on, but we had been accused of something. They wouldn't even tell us, but the emperor had ordered us for us to be killed, and our king, I think he was just a king. Actually, we travel around a lot, but I was the last to be executed, and right before the Galantine came down, all of a sudden I woke up and I was here, and at first I thought I had passed into the afterlife, but then I realized that I was still wearing my clothes, and I had, I realized I was still alive, but that's basically the gist of it.
Your situation, did it involve an individual green skin by chance?
Not that I know of, but my troop got accused of something. Something terrible happens in the kingdom that we were performing at. I don't really know who's behind it, but we didn't do what they said we did. We didn't, whatever it was, we're just performers, we're just dancers. I don't really know who's behind any of what happens. So possibly.
What did they...
Candace, are you suggesting that I was with her?
No, not you.
Oh,
I mean, that's a fair assumption.
Who's this green-skinned person? Do you know?
name's Eli.
Eli?
Eli? No. I don't know. Just see a lot of weird things here. But you said you were accused of something. What was it?
We don't know. We had arrived to this kingdom. We had just actually, my troop got there a couple days before I did. We were set to perform for this king's birthday. We had just left another kingdom. And after our first night of our performance, which everybody seemed very pleased, everybody was happy. It was people cheered us, people love us, everybody knows us. That's what we do. We travel around and we perform and we make people happy. And so the next morning we were woken up and the guards were shoving us into the prison cells and said that we had committed a crime against the crown. And the next morning it was ordered for us to be executed.
So you're saying they accused you of a crime and wouldn't tell you. That's a little odd because most people at the court that I'm from, at least we would let them know the crime. Can I roll an insight check and see if she actually doesn't know what the crime is, or if she's just holding it from us?
Yeah, roll insight. 14. And Vega, go ahead and roll a private roll. So when you pull up your skill, it'll ask you private or public. Go ahead and roll either deception or persuasion for the one that is accurate.
All right.
On the right hand side, you'll see public roll right above the chat box. You just put that to private GM roll.
Okay, private.
Did you see this puppy? Daddy, yuck. You see that?
Kevis,
See the head?
you
Hey. Puppy.
is a new individual.
Puppy head.
You
Puppy head.
obviously don't know her very well, but
It's not puppy head. It's puppy
she doesn't seem to be the type to falsify.
Okay. Interesting. A court sentenced you to a crime and didn't even give you the respect of knowing what the crime is.
I can only imagine it must have been something terrible and against the crown. I can't even imagine. I know the king had some children. I know that they were at war before, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. They were at war with the country that we came from, but for all I know, they were still at peace. I can't even imagine what my troop could have possibly done against the crown that would have caused them to execute us.
And you're positive you were here by yourself. I know you said you woke up.
I didn't see anybody around me, and I was the last person to be executed, so I know there's nobody from my troop that's left.
And you watched your troop die?
Every single one of them.
Okay. And Kevis will just kind of keep wandering.
It seems kind of sad.
Vega just kind of nods her head. She doesn't really have the voice to talk anymore. She just kind of lowers her head and nods and maybe kind of walks over and investigates some things over here.
Also, side note, Morgan, when Ash rolled his investigation, did he find anything?
17.
B,
A lot of this is
K.
beyond his pay grade. He's a field guy. He's not really like a researcher. Kind of the best that he can find is reference to how to learn, like, find familiar spell and summon a closet.
I don't know to get up. I can do this.
And he tells you guys, like, well,
Okay.
I don't know if
can
this is helpful or not, but right here we can.
Up to 2018.
There is an option if somebody wants a tiny little demonic pet.
We have
Moose, is that of any interest to you? I mean, you already have George, so you already kind of have a demon with you.
I mean, no one else wants it. I'll hold on to it.
Good.
Kevis will walk up and, if Ash hands it to him, take it. This might come in helpful later. What level spell is that?
Pinky, how's the locks coming?
Rolled a 29 for my last check.
Morgan had to step away.
Yeah.
Um, do you remember the name of the kingdom?
Goodness. Is there like kingdom names that are in or within D&D that I need to use, or can I just make them up?
No, I'll get that to you at another time. Just for right now, like it just nothing kind of clicks. I mean, you're a performer. You went from place to place to place to place, and they all just kind of blurred together.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point it might come to you, but for now it's just like I don't know. It was the story, but not necessarily the names associated with it.
Yeah, I wasn't really in charge of our scheduling, so yeah. Right now, I can't think of where we were exactly. It was kind of in a valley, and there was mountains on either side. We had gone through a mountain pass to come from the kingdom that we were at, and I'm not really sure.
You must drink a lot.
I focus on my part of what I'm responsible for, and the person who does our scheduling and our tour. You know, I kind of trust that they have it all handled.
How many did you travel with?
There were 12 of us.
Oh, so a big group.
Yes.
All dancers?
10 of us were dancers. One of us was one of them was the kind of the driver and also helped with costuming. And his wife was the one that was in charge of our scheduling and our tour dates and ticket sales and all of that stuff.
So
So two people were logistics. The rest of us were dancers.
you have magic abilities, obviously, here. Did the rest of them? Were they just...
It was kind of a mix. It was some of them were elves like myself. Some of them were human. All of us were, blessed with different abilities as myself. Yes.
Kevis will end up walking back over towards the lock Pinky's working on and watching her again.
And as for a reference, what Ash picked up was a scroll of Find Familiar.
Kevis went over and grabbed that from him if Ash handed it over.
Yeah, I think he'd be fine with that.
I don't remember that stuff.
Okay. Pinky, are you unlocking the next portion of the door?
Yeah, I rolled 29. I rolled it pretty much right after I rolled the second one.
Okay. 29 will do it for sure. For sure, you get the sense like, okay, cool. You have to align things with what's below them as well, and you hear like a rod just fell inside of the door.
I think it is unlocked.
Okay. So can I try to open it now? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay. So Eli will walk up to the door again and try to unlock it.
Okay. Eli, you open the door and pull it by, and Eli, give me a D100 check. This is basically to see. Okay. As you open the door and yank it by and it slides into the wall, you do see blades, about 5 of them, and stop and lodge themselves on the kind of pins that Pinky put in place to stop them inside of the door, or stop them inside the frame before they fully extended. There's like 6 like wicked looking blades like staring at you at the face just a few inches away. And after a moment, you see some oil kind of slide off of them and drip off each one of them just slowly. And as it lands on the floor, you see a little bit of a
Yeah.
takes a moment for the dripping to finish.
That would have hurt.
Surprise.
I do like surprises.
Oh,
that-
oh boy.
That's yeah.
How's you feeling
So,
now?
They're on like the swords. They're on like rope or string or something.
They're more like as you kind of like look at them, they're like they had like recesses built into the kind of like the if you went in and like looked back at the door frame above it. So it's like it was spring loaded to go.
I got you. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna duck underneath the fucking blades and walk in.
And inside of here, you see lots of alchemical equipment, bubbling tools, and little vials and jars of glass that move liquid from one place to another, just swirling around. Over here, you see a couple of large vats of something.
I think, Captain, you're gonna be interested in this room.
I'll just shut the door on himself. Come in. I don't even know how to do his voice. So.
I mean,
Yep, and inside of the ground over here, there is a pentagram sunken into the ground with silver and different carvings. It is actually built into the ground itself. With
My mom has a lot of these stars.
with slots at each one of the sections of the circle. You know, for an easy slotted candle. There's a lot of just kind of looks like magical accoutrement around in here.
We've got these all over our house. Yeah.
What were they used for?
I don't know. She just likes to decorate with them.
These kind of look like the fairy ring we ran into. A little more spooky, but if it works the same way, I would imagine it's like a gateway. Is this where the demons are coming from?
This does look like a summoning circle.
I think Ash would walk up to these once Eli pointed out the liquid that's over here.
Yeah, they're like large tanks of liquid. Okay, we'll give you a popsicle leads and we'll pop it to the bottom of the freezer.
I need help.
Would Ash know anything about these?
Roll an intelligence check. This is a. This can be investigation. $18. This stuff specifically is new, but he does have lots of experience in laboratories. And he looks around and he's just kind of. He looks around and he's just kind of says mostly to himself, it's like, man, they've got everything they need to do whatever they want magically in here. This is a lot.
Can we tell if it's been recently used or if it looks like this is a place that's been abandoned or something?
Give me a perception check as you're like starting to think about this and looking around.
I don't know if Ash would walk up and try to take a sample. I have no idea. Or if he even could with his alchemist supplies. I like how Eli's in the center of the circle.
Yeah, I put him there.
With his alchemy supplies. Yeah, let's see if I can use this table that I just created appropriately now.
I think I don't even know if Jax would do that, but just try to figure out what this is exactly, run test or whatever.
I have an entire list of spell components at this point.
And while he's doing that, Kevis is looking to see if anything catches his eye in here. Besides Eli standing in the center of the circle.
The best that he can ascertain with an 18 is that one of these is like a preserved vat of like demon ichor. And let's see, anybody who's proficient or with religion or familiar with demons, give me a religion check here.
Oh, is he?
Holy shit, my first good religion check.
Okay, so just Eli? Yep, just Eli.
Wow.
Eli, that you do know this, and you've seen it a couple of times now that you guys have fought a couple of demons, is that they fade into like really like whatever the form they show up in here. When you kill them, they just go back home. They don't actually die unless you kill them in their home plane. And the material that makes them solid and tangible here is called ichor. and somehow this vat, as like Ash kind of explains that out loud, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. It usually just fades off into nothingness.
Hmm.
But so this is like, well, that's all about all I can discern. This is honestly above my pay grade. Alchemically speaking, it's not a. I'm good at this stuff, but this is like, I might be like an apprentice or journeyman. This is like master level stuff. I don't know half of what's in here, but I do know that there's a lot of good components littered about this place. Things that might be kind of hard to find.
Components for
So we might want to loot some of these things.
Was that a generalized question, or who are you talking to?
I guess a generalized question to everybody. Should we take some of these things with us? Does any of this look like it will help us in our adventures down here?
I don't know what any of this is for.
It's probably used for whatever this is.
Quite a bit of material down here. Not all of it is ichor.
If this is what's bringing the demons here, either we take it or we destroy it.
But we.
It's a good idea.
I don't know about you, but I'm about over demons.
I agree.
No offense, Moose.
Yeah, no offense, Moose, but my goddess does
digging.
not approve.
I'm gonna take this and I'll grab a vial.
Hey, Moose, roll me a. Come on now, get down to the bottom of the list. Roll me a D461, and it might not end up being a vial.
Also, the circle, did you say it was engraved into the ground?
Oh yeah, it's like carved down and then like metal, like liquid metal poured.
Oh, okay. Well. Wait.
Was that what you said? That doesn't seem right.
Yep, that is what it said. Hmm.
I think
First time
there's
using this table, and some of these are not going to make sense unless I research something real quick.
There's no way to destroy this circle or break it.
Can we heat it? Do any of you have an ability to heat the metal up so we can try to distort it?
Ash does, but I don't know if it's worth blowing a second level spell for heat metal.
Hmm.
We could try putting candles in these slots.
I feel like that would maybe start a ceremony of some sort. I don't know if the candles are a good idea. Like, I know in my temple, that's kind of what we would do to start rituals,
Not
is start lighting candles.
And I'm not an expert in this, but that sounds like a really bad idea.
Well, you sound like a really bad idea.
Yeah. You know what else was a bad idea? Coming back in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at the door.
You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna grab this. You look over, and it is a large blue gem. It is a sapphire worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Ooh, shiny things. Vega's gonna go investigate this table over here to look and see if there's more shiny things.
Okay, basically, I wanted to give you guys kind of some fun loot that's not just like, hey, a better magic item. So each of you can roll an investigation check to find something, and then I'll have you roll on the table once
Did
per room.
I use my passive investigation?
Yes, you can. So the DC is a it's a 15 to understand whatever is valuable. So uh so if you roll above a 15 in a room, then you get a roll on the random table.
Okay, because my passive is a 19.
So,
Okay.
Morgan, I rolled
So-
perception earlier to see if anything caught my eye in particular or anything.
No, because that was for a different purpose. That was something related to law.
No, right,
Which is
if-
different things.
Before this, no, in this room, I just rolled to see if anything in here caught my eye because Kevin has no idea of any of this, but nothing really stuck out.
Yeah, perception or investigation. I'd say investigation is a lower DC. So if you get a 15 on investigation, 17 on perception, that's the requirement.
You want me to re-roll the perception because I rolled one in this room and that was a 23, but I don't know if that's fair to use that one.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. Since I hadn't explained the rules yet. Okay, so Kevis, I'll go ahead and roll because I might have to do this several times.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll roll for Ash as well. Pinky, how is your passive investigation so high?
I
She's a-
worked at the carnival. I had to find things just by
Yeah, we've seen how well you did there. So my question still stands.
because I have observant.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how my perception's so good too.
I was confused. I was like, isn't your intelligence low?
Hey!
Mine is too. Like Kevin's is very low.
Yeah, mine's only a 12.
I'm used to people looking at me, not looking at other people.
Also, Eli, you're just standing in the middle of that circle. It makes me a little uneasy.
Boy, being town. No. Why? Why does it make you uneasy?
I don't know. What if something like comes out of it?
Are you just standing there looking around?
Yeah, I'm at the center of the room.
Vega uses that telekinetic thing that Pinky gave us to kind of tell these two. Is he okay?
I don't
Is
think
there
you
so-
can
is there
talk
something-
to us. Or at
Oh, we
least-
You can
can't-
talk to me, but I can talk to all of you. It's
Okay,
like
so-
walkie-talkie.
So Pinky, I don't know you guys very well, but she kind of looks at the guy standing in the middle of that thing. Is he okay? Is he acting like he normally does?
I mean, he's pretty out there. Like, you know, he used to be small. Now he's not small.
I'm just kind of worried that whatever was affecting him before might be still affecting him. Like, I don't know. I just think we should keep an eye on him or something.
I mean, he typically acts kind of strange. I mean, we all kind of have our own.
True. True.
Kevis, you're looking around, and the thing that catches your eye is
What?
this darkened shale kind of stone with like some red etching in it. And it looks like a symbol on like a runic symbol on like just like a small stone.
Did we tell you that Eli is a prince?
No, I didn't know that. I've met lots of princes before. I'm surprised I haven't met him before.
I don't think you would know me as a prince of the material plane whatsoever.
And so mechanically, Kevis, you can add yourself a rune engraved with abyssal text, and it's worth 500 gold pieces.
Is that an item in D&D, or does that have to be a custom item?
That's probably going to be a custom item.
Okay.
Check. You might. The literal text is object engraved with symbol outer planes. I don't think you're going to see that. So.
Well,
Okay. Eli, are you looking around at stuff? Are you
Yeah, I
searching
rolled it
around the room too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I rolled an
you rolled.
investigation check
Would you roll?
at 18.
18. Cool. Then I'll give you a roll. All right. Eli finds.
actually have a +4 to this. Jeez.
All right. Sweet. You find a good old chunk of obsidian. Not all of these have gold components to them, by the way, or gold values to them. Okay. Next up, Pinky. You automatically succeed because yours is so high. Hey, Pinky, you find like an ice cube that doesn't seem to be melting.
Oh.
Okay, and
Oh.
Vega, what was your roll?
I got a 9.
Okay, so nothing for this room. You're a little bit off put by the fact that you with your disposition towards demons are in this room. You're basically just creeped out and can't focus.
Mm-hmm. This is all bad juju.
Mhm.
What about Ash?
Oh, Ash, what did he roll? Other
Uh,
is he,
19.
19.
19?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. We can go get some water and wash your face off, please. Look at that. Crazy. My child looks like Heath Ledger is the Joker right now because of the popsicle smile.
Nice.
Ash finds the heart of a hen. He finds a chicken heart.
All right.
It's
And
not serious, is it?
Huh.
anything else that you guys are doing in this room?
Eli, there's another door.
There's another door.
Okay.
We like opening doors.
Yep.
Going through the same routine, checking in for traps. Pinky.
Okay, go ahead and yep, Kevis, you can have the help action, so go ahead and roll investigation check.
You gotta break the habit of rolling in D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Looks fine to me.
You're looking at this one and okay, this one seems fine. And on this one, sticky. Gosh, your cheek. This one, there's kind of a feminine face in this door, but that's kind of like the part that makes sense basically stops there. You see little ripples coming off the sides of her face and branching out into looks like scales or those types of mushrooms that
Yeah.
grow on the sides of trees and like make little platforms.
Also, like all these doors at this point, Kevis would be like, does anyone recognize these faces by any chance?
This would be again a religion check against familiarity with demons, or if you're proficient in religion. Eli doesn't know. Same as usual. Eli mostly just knows about his own deity.
Yeah, I
Can I
don't.
do like
yeah.
a history check to see if I've come
You
across?
can, yes.
Would,
Vega, nope, not sure.
would Ash roll on this or no? You said religion, right?
7. Yeah, religion.
He's not proficient in that.
So far, none of these doors kind of make any sense to anybody.
Okay.
Okay. This one,
Maybe it's a door maker's house.
the locks on this one are kind of cascading rods that kind of like run down. They look like drips of like kind of a gritty drip, like the material in this one. This one does seem to be plant matter, but let me see here. Pinky and Kevis, give me history checks as this door does not have any metal to it.
Huh. Oh, that's a 2. It was
Okay,
almost a
Kevis.
nat 20.
Mm-hmm. Kevis, this one a little strange. You've heard of this before, and like you go up and like tap on the door, and it is 2 different woods that are fused together to create this face shape. One of these is like an ironwood, which is basically like wood that has such a high density that it is as strong as iron, which is a real thing in Earth, by the way. People use it to build to support bridges. Look up a company called Mammoth. They are pretty freaking cool.
So this is a wooden door.
Yep. And each one of these drips that I mentioned, it has kind of like this grittiness texture to it.
Well, I don't think this one's trapped. Want to see what's behind the
Open it.
door?
Is it locked?
Oh, well. You want to come test it?
Yeah, sure. I'll just come and pull on the door and see if it's locked.
You pull in the door, and it moves forward, like almost more like a garage door, not the type that like goes up in chunks, but like the type that like swings out, like lifts up. And as you do, there's those 3 drops swing back down vertical to the ground and kind of like fall out of place. 3 of them crash onto the ground.
You break it.
And the door opens. And there's kind of like a pollen or powder that lifts up. Basically gets sucked further deep into the room. All 3 of them go back.
There were pins that fell?
More like droplets that had like this gritty yellow texture to them. And as you tugged on the door, they just it's a there were like rings around the collarbone, and this door wasn't locked. It just swung up immediately. But there's little slits through the entirety of the door, so those little droplets were on the front, and they slid back down. And as they did, they fell, crashed, and there's like a pollen that sucks back into the room.
Yep. Door's open, guys.
We trigger like an alarm there or something?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
let's,
Yeah.
well,
I don't
what
know.
was all that?
It just seemed like, I don't know, like drops of water that got sucked in with a vacuum. Probably this room probably was in a vacuum of some sort. You know, some, what would you call that? Like negative pressure.
Hmm. I'll let you go first.
Easy, yeah. I'll walk through the door.
Is he fine walking through there?
Yeah, is he okay?
I'm like, "Good."
Am I fine?
No, I'm just gonna keep on walking. Really, like, till now, like, well, I'm still alive.
Vega
Does it-
just kind of peeks around the corner and watches them.
Does it smell funny in there?
Yeah, what's it smell like?
The sulfury smell is not as strong in here, and instead it smells moldy, musty, smells of like rot and growth from rot.
Smells like
And
Balvornis blades.
I was gonna say.
Not too dissimilar.
Lovely.
Great. Kevin slowly just walks in.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna take some of his cloth that he has and wrap it around his face to try to eliminate the smell a little bit if he can. The rest of you coming? Or is it just me
Yep.
and Eli?
I'm coming.
Oh, I shut the door on myself again. What is happening?
Oh,
You guys come on through, and it opens up into this damp, wet cave that has all sorts of plant life growing in here. Mushrooms, stalks of vines, beans, flowers. This is some sort of like alchemical botany growth space. Doesn't really show it on the map, but there's plenty of spaces in here that are like damp and kind of looks like maybe like a pond where like lilies or cattails, swamp grass as well.
They go through all the trouble of locking up these 3 rooms. It feels like what they had a library, they had an alchemy room, and then now they have a mushroom room. What is so important of these rooms? Those locks didn't look easy.
No, and then they trapped one of them.
Yeah. Odd.
Maybe this, and yeah, at this point, Kevis is like walking next to you and talking. Maybe this is some of the supplies they need for that summoning circle?
do any of you know anything about alchemy? Is any of this stuff helpful for us?
Yeah, Hush knows a bit.
I'm gonna say astral something.
Well, Ash is like, well, yeah, I know botany, and there's actually a lot of good material in here. I could certainly pick some of this up and use it to craft a poison or a healing or something with some sort of like a paralytic effect if I'm doing my job well enough. This is good stuff up in here.
Can Ash start going and trying to gather stuff though?
Absolutely. This one is a nature check for this room. And I'm going to let Ash roll twice because this is part of his character. And this one scales a little bit more. It's not just one. Okay, so an 18 for his first check? Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and do a second check at advantage.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Okay, 7.
Could Kevis...
Which
Oh,
one?
doesn't
Which
matter. He
one?
already got advantage.
Which boy?
Never mind.
Which boy? Which boy? Which
So you
boy?
could still silvery bonus
Which boy?
and like give it up to him.
Well, that's only if he succeeds. I can use that. I see a creature succeed. I think. What do you think? So yeah, succeed.
Okay, so silvery bonus does not apply.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Kevis would look around for anything, piques his interest because he's proficient in nature.
Okay, so same thing for you.
Straight roll, right?
Yep.
My mom was here
It's
right
freaking
away.
Okay. Kevis, absolutely. Anybody else doing a roll in here? And I'll get those pulled up here in a second. I have to use a different reference.
You're good. I think Kevis would just be
What are you
looking.
all thinking about this room?
Also, I think Kevis is just looking for stuff that might pique Ash's interest while he's searching as well. He has no clue what he's looking for. But also keeping an eye on Eli and what he's doing.
Eli, he's gonna kind of like just stand back and wait for you guys to finish up in this room. I'll be kind of like back up, kind of waiting.
Wow. How tall are the ceilings here? I'm assuming fairly high. And these mushrooms look pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been poisoned one too many times since we've come to this kind of area-ish place. So,
Pinky, don't you talk to mushrooms or something? Didn't I see you talking to a mushroom or something?
I mean, I do talk to it, but I
Can you
don't
talk
think
to
these
any
mushrooms-
mushroom? Can you talk to them?
I don't think these mushrooms talk back. Mine does,
Oh.
and she like pulls it out.
Oh, Vega comes over and is quite fascinated by this little mushroom. She like gets all and looks at it.
Ash for his first roll, he's going to find 2 doses or 2 packs of what he identifies as ghost fungus, and which can be used to create a poison.
Ghost fungus.
And additionally, he's going to find another fungus called a false earth star. It's kind of like kind of clings to the rocks in the ceiling and like falls down in like a lazy like red spiral. And that can be used to create healing and also stabilize a dying creature.
Okay. What was the ghost fungus used for?
Poison.
It's called orb poisoning.
Okay. And the other one was falling star.
False earth star. Yep. And where is Ash on the map? Where's Kevis? And Pinky, you said you're looking around too?
No, Vega asked if I could talk to Mushroom, so I pulled out my mushroom to show her.
And then Vega was promptly fascinated by this moving, talking mushroom and is now standing with Pinky and.
More specifically, it is a moving, singing mushroom. It never
Oh,
talks.
okay.
Oh, yeah, well,
She is fascinated and is now cooing at this mushroom.
Perfect. All right. Okay, so Kevis, what'd you roll on your nature? 20?
Yes. Okay, so I would imagine these guys are down here. So.
Okay, so for 20. Around for a couple more things that make more sense than what I'm seeing here.
Is that Pinky singing mushroom in the background?
Absolutely. So you find with a dirty 20, you find hedge nettle, which is used for healing. It's like this little red ground cover that has like these red stalks sticking up by a couple of inches after the initial growth is only about an inch high, and these ones have like little, it's almost like pine needles, but they're soft and bendy to a touch. Those are used for creating healing.
How many?
One dose of that.
Okay.
Pretty potent healing. And when you guys go to make this, just let me know and I can bring it back up.
I just added
And
on Ash as a custom item. I'll let him do what he wants with that.
all right, sounds good. Kevus, there is something else that kind of prompts your, or actually, more like Ash. As you're looking around, there's kind of like a watery bit in the corner over here that has these little blue mushrooms. They're so tightly touching the stalk that they don't even show the stalk at all. It's just this almost like perfectly ovular mushroom just kind of sitting right on top of the water with like a long, like a kind of a grassy bottom that spreads out, almost like as if a lily pad wasn't a single thing. It was like several things sitting on top of the water and the mushrooms growing out of that. And as Ash is looking around, that's intriguing. He doesn't know what that one is at all.
I feel like he can go look at it. It was like over here.
Yeah, it's kind of this whole corner
Yeah,
is
he-
made out of stuff.
Let me take a look at it.
And as he goes and looks down and like goes to look, it's kind of tight, and he pulls it off, and it begins to drip out of the stalk pretty heavily for the amount of liquid that a little mushroom like that big can have. Just kind of taking his eyes and checking it out. Man, I have no idea what this is. And he looks and he turns over and he's like, "Hey, Kevis, you ever seen this before?" And you look over at him, Kevis, and see what he's holding. And what's your passive perception?
21.
21. Your passive perception is 21. Goodness gracious. You see the movement immediately. That entire swampy bit begins to rise like a wave is coming out of it. And the water and the plants and everything seems to be moving all together as it raises up two long-limbed arms with claws, very wolfish mouth and eyes, and water just rushing down, reaches out from behind Ash and goes for a strike against him, unknown. This thing just... And this is going to be at advantage.
While that happens, Kevis yells, just Ash behind you, loud so the group hears. That's all we can do.
I made a castle.
Yep, this is... Oh, don't do that.
Is
That's making it private.
that?
So, it's going to be a 23 to hit on on Ash.
Yeah.
Okay. So this thing pops out and like takes the entire swampy section with it and sucks up into this giant, wet, planty wolf and reaches around and claws him in the chest. And the last thing you see is Ash being like engulfed into this thing's body as he drops the mushroom and it lands on the ground in front of him. And he is restrained. And he takes 10 points of slashing damage. Oh, excuse me. There is a strength save here, so go ahead and give me a strength save from Ash.
Oh.
And I am going to make this at disadvantage just because he's completely surprised by this. Okay, 15. That is not high enough. So he is slashed on the front and pulled in, and you just see Ash's surprised face and like his hands reaching out and like disappear. And he vanishes. And you just see the wolf and looks over at you, Kevis. As two more of these swampy spots open up and do the same sort of thing. They kind of shake off. And they open their mouths and like just swampy water just like pours out and lands on the ground in front of them. And I'll need everybody to roll initiative. And we will pick up here next time. Evelyn, will you bring me 2 of the D20s, please?
Does Ash need to roll initiative too?
Yes, he does. Oops.
Oh.
Okay.
That scared me.
First guy, these guys get advantage on their initiative for being unseen at the beginning. And first guy still rolls very badly. Second guy.
I didn't see them with my passive. Well, yeah, they weren't moving.
Yeah, it just looked like it has a special ability of false appearance.
Oh.
Yep. What is that freaking? And you guys weren't really like looking around for danger in the room. You were just like, oh, plants, here we go. Where is his freaking initiative? Why can I not find this? Whatever. Okay, so it's none. Okay, so next guy. This guy gets a 15.
When are you gonna be done with that?
11. Wow, even though they have advantage on initiative, they don't have any bonus to initiative, so their rolls are still pretty bad. Pinky, I need your initiative, please.
Okay. These are cute.
What, these things are cute?
Yeah, she's obviously very distracted with the singing mushroom right now.
Kevis knows what his next summon beast will look like. These are cool looking.
Okay. So as Ash disappears inside of this thing, and these 3 creatures erupt out of like this kind of like watery surround on this room, that is where we are going to leave it off. We'll come back to this for next time.
Oh my gosh.